Hello, welcome to The Bald and the Beautiful. I am MrsKevOnStage, Melissa Fredericks, and I am joined by
KevOnStage, cuz.
KevOnStage.
That chick Angel.
That chick Angel.
Marcus ain't on the gram.
Marcus ain't on the gram. And we are the hosts of The Bald and the Beautiful. I always am so awkward doing intros. I do not know why. It is like a whole entire awkward get into the flow type of situation.
Yeah, I'm like it too.
It's
like,
weird.
I can know exactly what I'm about to say. It's like
as soon as you say go, I'm like, it's not like I haven't done this for 7 weeks. It's the first time every time.
It's a thing now. I like it.
Well, it's definitely a thing. What are you about to say? Huh? You was about to say something to change your mind.
He's like a loaded gun over there. He's cocked and ready.
Yes, we're like, when is he going to shoot?
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to start with episode 7. The honeymoon is official. In fact, I think that's the name of the episode. The honeymoon is over. Yep. And the couples are going home and child.
It's falling apart.
Things are already happening.
The juice is flowing out.
Yeah. Olivia and Brett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Woo! You guys want to start your thoughts?
Who saw this switching the way it is? Like went from you the ass. No, you're actually the asshole.
Yeah, they're both. Like Amelia first came off like this little sweet grandmother,
Olivia.
even though Olivia.
Olivia.
She Black Mom Angel.
She don't
Yes, I
deserve
know.
to be treated like that. Yeah, you do.
Her Cracker Barrel decorated house is what got me at first.
Hey.
And the nerve.
That money thing came out.
Listen.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's have the discussion because I too turned on Olivia.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it and I almost backed off of her a little bit. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you why. Don't cancel me yet. The reason why is because she said, I told the experts these were things that were important to me and I wanted someone who was financially compatible with me so I can do the things that are important to me, such as traveling, eating out, whatever. And they plugged her with this dude that makes 3 times less than her. And in reality, it's no big deal, except when it's important to you because traveling is important to you, going out to eat is important to you. And now you're having this conflict because he simply doesn't make enough money. And that I thought was a little unfair of a predicament to put her in when she said she did specifically ask for that.
Yeah, because he's like very frugal even for what he makes.
I actually thought he was low-key being a contrarian as well, though.
Why?
Because like when she would say, I like, really great wine. Well, I like cheap wine. And it wasn't on some
He's poor.
No, I feel like he was also just making a point.
Because like what's the dollar figure of wine we talking?
Right.
Right.
Because people consider expensive wine like $30 for a bottle. It's like that's a whole lot of money for a bottle. It's like, but compared to a bottle of whiskey, it's dirt cheap.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times Brett is purposefully jerkish.
That's what I mean by being contrarian.
He just didn't he was like, no, I'm not doing that. And you can go by yourself, or if I go, you can pay for it.
Right.
Or I'll stay here and pet my cat. Doesn't matter to me. Bye.
But it's all a facade.
You think so?
I do. The reason why, going back to the finances thing, he acts like it's no big deal. And then these things come up.
I knew he was lying about
and
that.
And then he has a complete temper tantrum.
I think it's because of what it surrounds. It's like she wants this thing that he feels like he can't do. So that is what I think. I think if the thing she wanted to do didn't put him out of his budget and make him feel less, he wouldn't be acting like such a baby right now. But I do feel like while I get that she wanted that, that's not what she got.
Right.
She didn't get that. So
also, if you wanted that, then don't go on the show. Find that in the real world.
Yeah.
But you could not do, so you kind of have to take what you are given.
Yeah.
You get what you get. You don't throw a fit. Couldn't get what you wanted without the help.
Right.
They can't have everything. Nobody can have everything.
Right.
Experts can't find them. They can't build you the perfect husband.
Right.
So maybe they couldn't find all that stuff. So you're going to have to deal with that.
Yeah,
or you're going to make your mind up on decision day.
But we saw that coming when he was like, no, I think it's hot that you make more than me. Nah,
He
you
did
don't.
not.
Yeah, you got too much of an ego to find that high.
100%.
Your feelings was crushed.
Oh,
when she said,
And not only does she make a lot of money, she's like,
she deserves
I want to spend it.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And I want to spend it on the finer things, which there's no problem with that. But it's going to be hard. Going back to her, I don't know if this is a money thing or just her friends, like, obviously her friend group also is cool with that.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, now even more, if you broke, then me and my friends with money gonna be going to the Saints game and Lil
Right.
Wayne concerts and out to eat. Remember, she was all like,
she
well,
was all over
okay,
Lil Wayne,
you like Lil
yeah.
Wayne.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Though.
Okay.
But it seems like they have completely different principles around money
I
because
agree.
Yeah.
she still rents, and he was like, "No,
I own a
I
house.
thought that was crazy.
I was so proud of Brett for that. I really
Right.
was. Continue.
So
thought.
that's, I think, a reason why he's like, you have lost your mind.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't even own a house, and you worried about going to Spain and
yeah.
Italy. Get a house
But
where
the-
you
But
at.
sometimes
that
people
came
don't
out,
care
though.
about that. Some
Yeah,
people
that-
are like, I don't want to own a
That's
house.
true.
I don't
That's
want the
what I'm-
She
responsibility.
applauded him for it though, and that came out when is it the doctor when he was there? He was
Pastor
just like,
Cal.
yeah, Pastor. That came out is like, well, I own a house. He was like, you don't know anything about finances. I do. You don't know how to budget. I do know how to budget. No, you don't. That's all he could say was, no, you don't. No, look what I got.
He
What do
did
you
too.
have?
He
This
did.
is mine.
He
Like,
did. He
but
jerked.
he's got valid points. It's like you make all this money. What are you putting it toward? But again, it
It's-
may not be her mindset.
That's what I'm saying. They have
Yeah.
different principles.
Yeah.
His principle is, I want to be able to live comfortably and not stress about money. She's like, I want to make as much money as possible so I can do whatever I want. Those are two different principles.
And even like the fact that he was like, I'm not finna dip into my retirement to go on a trip.
I wasn't
Yeah.
mad at that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times people, not necessarily just men, like people, Melissa is very like this. Like, I want to make sure I'm taken care of in the long run.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if I have to sacrifice things like that in the short term, then that's fine. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I might be dead later.
right.
I want to
right.
have went to Spain.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be dead, I get hit by a bus.
Right.
Hello?
I want to get hit by a bus in Spain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Not here.
but those are almost like religion, sexuality. The way
Yeah.
you see money is how you view life.
Right.
And if you
Right.
don't want to get with me, it's gonna be hard. You know, Melissa was like, you know, last when I want to go to Spain and Amsterdam, she was like, I don't want to do all this. I want to save all this money. I would have a problem because you know she's not gonna let me go by myself.
Right.
No.
So she almost remember Josh. I'm supposed to go to Japan with just being you, and she was like, "No, I will be
That's
coming now."
not gonna happen either.
She's like, nah, you made
you
that
ain't
up.
about to do.
Yeah, you won't be having fun without me.
No.
This much I know.
And a first time experience, and you're gonna go do that without. That's just no. But also, let's just change the subject. The answer is just no. But also, along the same lines, one of the things that I thought was so great, and Pastor Cal was like in his element as he's there helping them navigate this conversation, because what happens with your money story is it actually becomes more than just your money story. It becomes a part of your identity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one thing that Esther Perel, one of my favorite relationship
She your
experts, absolute favorite. One of the things that she says is that in relationships, you take on roles.
Yeah.
And so in the midst of an argument, even if you can bend a little bit, or even if I think you're right a little bit, I stand in the role, that the dynamic that we have. So if I'm the saver and you're the spender, these are the roles that I'm taking in this conversation.
Yeah.
This argument, I am the saver. So everything I'm gonna always argue for that. Even if I'm like, I mean, maybe I could give a little bit, but I have to
Yeah.
stand strong in this role, this character. Same thing for the spender. And one of the things that Pastor Cal was doing, and I was just like, come on and like do your stuff, be an LMFT right now, is he said to Brett, what do you perceive her saying?
Oh man, that was
Yeah.
so
Such
good.
a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
Because
is.
he was going off of what he felt, not
Yeah.
necessarily what she was
Because
saying.
Right.
now it's not about the money. It's actually about my identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am the saver. And what you're the reckless person.
Yeah.
You're the one without a house. You're the one with tons of debt. And you want to talk about me, the one that makes this much money, but I'm the one with the house. I'm the one with the retirement plan.
And she was like, and you don't know how to budget.
Right.
Like I do. You don't.
Yeah.
You said you told me you don't, and
Right.
you want somebody to help you. She's
Right.
like, no, I want somebody who knows how, but you don't. Like he
Right.
was like,
Right.
okay, we get it.
And I think those are the things that maybe the experts saw, and they're like, you guys would be good together, because that's a balancing
yeah,
act
yeah,
too.
yeah.
You can't
the
both be spenders.
Yeah.
You also can't both be savers, because
But-
it's just a
Right.
boring existence.
But I think that is hard because some people don't want to be reeled in. Like Olivia, she's not asking for anybody to. I don't think she asked the experts to give her somebody.
She didn't. You're right.
to reel her spending in. She wanted someone to match her.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
She absolutely
She's like,
not.
I didn't say I had a problem with how I live my life.
Yeah, because she has no
And she
intention
did
on
say
changing.
that. I mean, she essentially said, I didn't ask for this.
Right.
I didn't ask.
I would have been better
Yeah.
off unmatched,
Right,
than
right.
match with someone I didn't ask to be matched with.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy, the pastor know how to go in and light that fire.
Yeah, he did.
Man.
He was like, "Oh, y'all having a good time? Hold on,
Yeah. Right.
it's coming."
When he got up to get her a tissue, I thought he was leaving.
Yeah,
I knew
they
they would
edited
do
it
it.
like that though.
They
They were
were
just
doing
like,
it.
"We gonna
Totally
cut this
set
nigga
us
seem
up.
like he's." Because
That-
when
I
he
said
got
out
up, I
loud.
said he's going to get a tissue.
I said, "Where are you going?"
You know that meme where they're typing? Because, you know, I'll be writing the notes at the same. I said, oh, no. Is he getting up right now? Oh, wait, he didn't. Delete. I had a whole situation typed up because I was so mad.
I just now, after seeing this episode, I actually feel bad for both of them. I don't see Brett as completely the villain, even though he does have some jerkish
Yeah,
ways.
he's definitely a jerk, but he's not a villain. at
Right.
this point.
And because I can now see how also very stubborn it seems that Olivia can be.
Yes.
And I did feel when he was like, hopefully she likes my house, because I worked really hard to get it, and I was like, she is not giving you nothing. Now
Dude.
granted, he was a jerk and was like, your bathroom makes me want to throw up.
He was, but it made me want to throw up as well.
He was like, hey, Barbie
Yeah.
coming here.
They're both assholes in their own right.
They
Like,
they
They're
were.
jerks. Yeah. But I do feel a little bit bad for both. I can tell they're both getting their feelings hurt, and I'm just like,
And you know what? It's like, okay, you threw a barb, I'm gonna throw a barb. You throw a
Yes.
barb. Now
Yeah.
we just throwing
They just
jabs
tagging
for,
back
and
for
back and
no
forth,
reason
yeah.
now. And then y'all know when you get into an argument, you're like, well, we're here now, and I'm going to stay here until this passes. And that's what's happening to them. And when the cameras leave,
ooh.
Yeah, because I think she forgets the cameras are there because she'll be in her confession. Well, we're having a lot of fun and it's great and everything's wonderful. No, it ain't, girl.
right.
No, they're
What are you talking about? We saw it.
yeah.
Ooh, and I don't know if you all, so somebody, and I think you've watched somebody sent me the unfiltered, is that what it's called? The unfiltered version. And I watched the episode where they showed Olivia see how Brett behaved at the bachelor
Yeah,
party.
Ooh,
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
I ain't seen it.
Oh, yeah, she was just
the
like,
fire in her eyes.
she was like, yeah, it makes me really wonder what
No,
his
she was
intentions
just-
really were.
Are they not with their person on
No.
that show?
It's hard to tell
It's not.
when
Yeah.
it was filmed, though.
I think
Yeah.
it was filmed after the fact, and I don't think they're together.
I don't either. But do you think it was filmed like after rapping and they went back? Or
Yeah.
do you think,
Yeah, I think this is more recent. I think
Okay.
they are literally doing this kind of currently. I think maybe the oldest might be like a month or maybe a month and a half old.
okay, I didn't watch that one. I only watched like maybe 2.5 maybe. But I was like, I needed to know the timing of it because it kind of, I don't know why I was like fixated on like, but when was this filmed?
Well, yeah, because they're also like trying to talk as if nothing else has happened.
Right,
We're
right,
like,
right.
we know you didn't live
Yeah.
some life.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
did happen on one of the episodes with Amani and Karen or something like that, or maybe it was Amani. Anyways, the point is she kept going back and forth between like present tense and past tense, and I
Right.
was like, I think that's where I was like, well, where exactly are you in
Right.
the
It's
time
probably
frame?
hard to remember as you're saying it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I actually agree with you, Angel. I feel bad for both of them. I definitely think that Olivia is stubborn. I definitely think she has her jerk moments, and she does need to be willing to give and be a little bit more flexible. And I also think that Brett is definitely a jerk, and I think he has to grow up a little bit in terms of problem solving.
Yeah.
So that way they can have more productive conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not quite sure that they're gonna make it, and it doesn't seem like they have.
Especially, I don't think they have any like real intimacy either. So that he's definitely like,
Oh yeah, dude.
no,
They
she was-
haven't.
she
they
was
haven't.
just like, I want to wait to see if there's real
She
chemistry before we do anything. So I really feel like he's just like, well, I ain't got
Yeah.
nothing that I'm really losing right now because you ain't giving me anything. So
I'll just pet my cat.
yeah.
Since I can't
So they
pet
can't-
your cat,
Oh,
I pet my own.
shut up.
I was gonna say that. He beat me too.
Oh,
It's so funny though.
you fed it to me. Sorry.
Anything else on Olivia and Brett?
I don't think they gonna make it.
No.
Nah. I mean,
that's all I wanted to say.
I don't think any of us thought they were going to make it, but we thought it was for different reasons at the
Yeah.
beginning.
That's
Now
true.
those
We thought it was
reasons
going to be all him, and she definitely has her issues as well.
100%. Absolutely.
And
But
I don't think they're a
She's setting her
lifestyle
ways.
match.
I don't think she wants. I don't think she want to switch him up.
No, she doesn't.
I think she wanted a man to fit perfectly into her lifestyle, and that's unfortunately not how marriage works. But
Right.
people don't think that.
Yeah,
No.
you think the experts put them together thinking they would balance, like,
I do.
Yeah.
And they're digging their
Come
heels in
together.
the way they want to
Yeah.
how they live more. They're
not
like,
budging.
I'm going to give a little bit. Maybe I'll go on 2 things for you
Yeah.
if you'll commit to saving this much.
Right.
He's just
right?
like,
Yeah,
nope.
no, that's the thing. They're not willing to compromise. It doesn't sound like at all.
Because that's literally what I said. I
It's
was
like,
like,
budget
why
for a
don't
vacation. I don't do vacations.
well,
Like,
I was like, they could do every other year, and she can go on the off years with her friends
Right.
that she so cherishes, and then he can save for a trip the next year. But I was like, they ain't even thinking about each other right
No,
now.
man.
The other thing that I think is interesting from an expert's point of view is pairing a man with a woman that makes, was it 3 times
3
more than-
times.
Yeah.
2.5 to 3 times.
That's a lot of money of a difference.
Yeah.
I don't know if that sentence makes sense,
A
but
lot
like
of
that's
money
a
of a
lot of
difference.
money of a difference. But I feel like as a man,
we've been there before.
I make more than Kev.
Almost our whole marriage.
How did you guys take that?
I didn't mind it.
But also, you know what a huge difference is though? We were together.
Yeah.
Like you grow into that.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we came into it at the same. It is like she just skyrocketed,
That's-
and I was like, "Handle your business.
Right.
Either make equal to or more than me, and we cool."
He's like, never less. I'm like, yeah, it might happen.
We started off both making nothing. When we graduated college, Melissa made more than me and continued to make more than me until 5 years ago, probably.
When we moved here,
And we moved to when I got the job. When we
or
moved
when
here,
we got the job at ADD.
you still made more than me.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
At
yeah.
all def, I probably made a little bit more than you, and then we both start working together. So
Yeah.
I count all that together.
But I think there's a difference between like growing into
Oh,
that together
100%.
Yeah.
and because in the beginning, especially in this type, money is a power.
Well, it's also how you wielded that. You
Yeah.
weren't like,
Yeah.
I make more than me. I want to go on
That's
vacation.
what I mean.
You can't
It's
do
a
nothing,
power
unemployed
dynamic.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause she
And
didn't
when
see
they're
it.
still new together, they're growing, learning all of these things together, like all at the same time. It can become very much a power struggle.
Yeah.
And, and that's
But she didn't seem
well-
to care that he made less.
Well,
when it was
now I
brought up-
think so.
I do too.
Because
Think
he's
so?
not able to spend the way she wants
Right.
him to spend. Because you could look at Bennett and Amelia, and there's you
Man,
already
they're
know
not next, are
Bennett
they?
ain't
Well, they
making
in there.
nowhere
Let's
near.
wait to talk about them.
I
'cause
know,
that's
but
a
I'm just
whole
saying,
different
as
class
far
of
as
person.
in right, it is. But as far as in
What level,
there
not
being
class.
a difference in
That's true.
income, it's just truly about like what you are expecting from your spouse.
Yeah.
And Olivia is expecting someone who can live the lifestyle she lives, and Bennett is just not here for it. No, not Bennett, but Brett.
Brett, I agree. Anything else we want to add on them?
No.
Yeah, I think we're anti both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next couple, Amani and Woody.
Woodrow, is you
Man,
crazy?
I don't think Woody has ever dated a black woman.
Marcus,
Maybe a black girl, not a black woman.
Marcus, I'm like,
One thing you
have
ain't
you
about
lost
to
your
do.
mind? Because I'll help you
Yeah, 'cause
find it.
I was like, what? She can't.
And he stuck to it. I was
Yeah.
like, you gonna tell a black woman you gonna?
He
she
mouthed
gonna
it. He stuck with it. Like, you should have shut up.
Oh, I swallowed my tongue.
That dude, I was terrified for him.
Oh, she was like, no, I mean, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna wear my
Look,
hair.
I leaned
how
in. I
I
was
want to
like-
wear my hair. Well, that's not if we want to. But then he made the most dumb. That's like if I quit my job without telling you.
that
She
was-
was
that
like,
was-
no, it's not.
That was the
What are you
worst
talking about?
example.
It's like if you cut your hair
Yeah.
without telling. It's like
And
literally.
Then, and then he justified it by being previously hurt from a girl getting an abortion without him. I'm like, you cannot
Another-
compare a hairstyle.
Another
to
thing that's
a life.
Obviously, deciding to end a pregnancy is not the same thing as being like, I'm going to have a bob today.
Right.
Or be bald. Like, you can't, those things are not the same equatable thing.
Yeah.
I
Woody,
know black men like that.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
know a lot of them.
I know.
So that's why it did not even shock me that it came out of his mouth, because I was like, that's the type of crap that a lot of black men be really gone off of.
And
Yeah, they
men
be gone
in
off of it,
general.
but-
And men in general, yes.
They be gone off of it, but they know it ain't gonna happen their way.
Well, no, there
No,
are
they
some
be
women
thinking,
that
the
will
way I
bend
met
to
you,
it.
your hair, it needs to be like that unless we discuss what it's going to be like.
And there are women who also feel like I won't, if I want my hair short and my husband wants my hair long, I will keep it long because that's what my husband wants me to do. So I was like, what are you in danger, child?
Right.
But it wasn't surprising because
there are dudes like that. I mean, I don't know why he thought that Amani,
right,
the way she is.
Like I said, she the realest on the show.
She is.
Like
and I love
her.
And I love that he loves that about her. He said that's the reason why I've been able to get so close to her is that she is very blunt.
Yeah.
He's like, and I like that.
Let me tell you something else about Woody. Let me tell you something else about Woody, which is why I stand by what I stand. This boy is extremely impulsive. And it came out when they both said, he was trying to make a honeymoon baby. I'm like,
I said,
that lets you know
you're right.
that this boy is just, he's in the moment. He don't care about what's next.
He don't care.
That's not a good idea.
It ain't a good idea.
Y'all ain't got the decision day.
Yeah,
It's been
that's not a
7
good
days.
idea. A lot of times, that ain't even a good idea when you've known the person for years and gone on a honeymoon.
Yes.
You've known this chick for 7 days.
And let
6,
me tell
5,
you,
whenever y'all did it.
again, watching that Unfiltered, the latest episode of Unfiltered that had aired by the time this episode aired.
She pointed that out.
Amani, this is before I saw this episode. I was like, Amani might be pregnant. And Marcus was like, I said, there's something about her. She might be pregnant. And so when they said that they hadn't used protection that entire time, I said, I might have been right. It's not that she looked like big, but there was something about her that was not pregnant.
Right.
I was like,
Well, you're not pregnant.
Nah,
You might not be, but you're definitely not.
Right. So yeah, when he said, as soon as Woody let that slip out of his mouth, I said, Marcus, you're right. I said, that's
impulse.
Very
Extremely
impulsive.
That's like,
And it's very
And it
easy
ain't
to be
smart.
impulsive for a couple of months. Like,
Oh yeah, because you don't realize that it's all fun and games and you're on this honeymoon and you did this really like spontaneous thing and you're having a good time. A baby is an 18-year minimum commitment.
That's
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's a
that,
lifetime
minimum.
commitment.
Yeah.
But an 18 where you have to be intimately tied to the mother of your child. And if y'all decide y'all don't like each other,
right.
that commitment goes beyond the show.
Yeah.
Forever and always.
Forever
Absolutely.
and always. Forever and always. I was just
Always
so shocked.
and forever.
Pastor, what's his name?
Pastor Cal.
Pastor Cal. When they said that they didn't always use protection, he said, Amani, say something. Is you okay with that, Amani?
he did.
You the same one in this relationship. You know how babies are made, right?
Right. He said, is you okay?
they was going raw early.
It was just,
They were.
it's just like, I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my goodness. But I don't know. I still feel like they can make it. I do feel like they can. It's still not no big red flags. Yes, he's impulsive, and hopefully he won't impulsively leave the
Well,
marriage.
it depends on how controlling he thinks he's gonna be.
Oh, he ain't got no.
He thinks he's gonna be like
He think,
Yeah.
but he got another thing
Right.
coming.
But I feel like he allows Amani to train him. Like, I feel like he doesn't buck her too bad. Like, when she's like, I need you to understand me,
Right.
I feel like he does actually tune his ear open
Yeah.
to understand, like, okay, no. When she was like, no, what you can't do is control me, okay?
She's definitely
And plus,
like,
also, that's not the same.
she's
Right,
definitely the
right.
head of the relationship. It's just like, you come along, all right, let me tune you in real quick. Let me get you together. Now, this is the course we going. All right, we going. Let's go do it.
I still like them together, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of fun together.
It was just
and
eye
I
opening.
still
It's
like
like,
them.
hold on.
Yeah, it
Lot was done and said. I'm like, all right, this is.
it's maturity he has to go
Oh,
through. Just
definitely.
like when we were Lord, can I bring this up? Okay.
Because I don't even know what it is.
Listen,
No.
No, it's not that bad. It's really, honestly, not one of the. It's not a bad situation. You remember
Everything was a bad situation until last week.
No,
that's real.
this was early on in our marriage. I had been asked to go back home to do stand up or to host something,
Oh, yeah.
and it was somebody he was no longer cool with, and he was like, "I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put my foot down on this one. You ain't gonna."
It was
be able to-"
somebody I used to conduct business with, and they pulled some shicey stuff.
Okay.
Almost came to jail time on my part, just because it almost got physical.
Oh.
And then they were like, "Yeah, we want Angel to." No, you don't.
He was like, "Angel, I'm sorry, I'm just have to put my foot down about this one," and I was like, So let's talk about this.
Oh my God.
Did you do it? All right, then. I ain't with it. I'm gonna put my.
But sometimes it's about the verbiage, though.
Wait, I want to hear what happened.
Oh, well, yeah. I was like, so let's talk about this.
Yes.
You can't put your foot down concerning anything in my career.
Yeah.
I was like, we can have a discussion about
Right.
it and see if we can come to a place that we're both comfortable. But at the end of the day, it's my decision.
Right.
Yeah,
And
because
he-
literally something for her to host that I had nothing to
It
do
had
with.
nothing to do with
But
him.
it came through me.
Yeah. Yes. He heard about it before
And I was
did.
like, nah.
So when did you decide to respect him?
That's exactly how Kevin thinks.
No,
But
I
I was-
want to know how did y'all come to the end of that?
Well, at the end of the day, I'm like, I ride for you. So that's not even
Yeah.
a situation. But you can't think that you can make the finite
you wanted to be
entry.
like, okay, you wanted him to come to you
Discussion.
like, hey, Angel, I don't rock with dude. I'd appreciate if you didn't do that. And he was
Right.
like, you ain't doing that.
Yes,
Here's why.
he literally said, I'm gonna have to put my foot down.
Is that what I
Wh-
said?
Yes,
Men-
you did.
men love to say that.
I remember because
But
I
I
was
put
thinking,
it down, though. It was down. It went through the wood
I was like,
grain.
when did I become your child?
Right.
That's the language you
Oh
use.
my God.
Because you be trying me. And I'm like, if you.
Look, we ain't gonna turn this
Ain't
into that.
nobody
Come on,
trying
man.
to be your daddy.
That was a dad term.
I just want you to call me daddy. I ain't trying to be you.
No,
Huh?
no.
What you talking?
Sometimes it is literally about. I will listen. If you don't want me to do it, at the end of the day, I probably won't do it.
Right.
Okay, that's true. But this isn't a dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
We finna have a whole entire dialogue. Let's list the pros and the cons. Let's talk about why I want to do it. Let's talk about why you don't want me to do it. Let me
Right.
sleep on it, seek the Lord's face, and come in the morning and say what I should have
So
said at
y'all-
the beginning,
so-
which the answer was
So
no.
y'all just
Right.
want to make sure that y'all have the feeling of thinking that you're in control. I get that. No, but
we want to have that we are being valued,
Come on.
that we are being heard,
Yeah.
and that we are being seen. Shout out to sexologist Shamira.
No, but no. She explained it to me. And I was like, I get that.
Yeah, you got
I
it
was wrong.
quickly.
I was like, all right, I get that.
And I know his response was just out of he really could not stand dude
Right,
no more.
right,
But
right.
I was just like, but I need you to understand. I don't even think we were a year married yet. I was like, I need you to understand. You talking to your wife
Because I'm gonna show up and
now.
ruin the show regardless. So,
I'm up in here.
yeah, I'm all up in this piece.
He would too.
Who keeps
I can
flipping
totally
tables
see
in the
that.
back? Never mind. That's-
Never mind.
Ignore him, y'all.
And so I'm hoping Woody is going to have that type of response of, even though he might have had in his head based off of what he's seen maybe of what a dude does in a relationship, that now that he's with someone who is level-headed and grounded, that he'll learn, okay, some of those things that I thought was what I was
Sure.
supposed to do is not what I'm
Yeah.
going to be
Absolutely.
doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Child. Okay.
Christina and Henry.
Christina and him.
We're not gonna make it. No, we're not gonna make it.
So
Henry, listen.
This is the episode where
Look.
Henry shines.
Henry,
Yeah.
that impatientness, he
can't do it.
struck a chord with him.
Yeah.
I feel like that when they asked that man, what is have you ever had any relationships that have moved to, physical touch? You're like, yeah. What was it? Chemistry.
Yes.
What do you see in this relationship? A friend.
Friendship. I
said,
said,
Henry?
He cut it off.
Henry?
He ended it.
Oh, Henry?
At the beginning of the episode, or at the beginning of their segment, and I was like, "Oh man, Christina is putting Henry in the friend zone. Like this isn't gonna work." And Henry was like,
Yeah.
Y'all don't actually understand that I'm the one. She keeps saying, "Don't make a move. Make a move already." I'm not making a move on purpose.
right. He's like,
Yeah.
I
want
don't
to.
like her.
Right. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
I'm putting
He put
her in the friend zone.
Yeah, because he was sitting there. He
What a
said,
turn of events.
Right.
it's his friend.
That man had his
She's in a-
wine so sassy. He said, chemistry.
Let me
I
tell you
said,
something about
Henry,
it.
oh, you don't like her.
Yeah.
He saw the way she treated them people.
No,
and he was like,
immediately turned off.
He's very defensive about people.
Oh,
Like, he's
man.
protective. He was
he,
like,
remember at the bachelorette party?
Yeah,
he
he's
didn't
like,
like
I don't
Brett.
have to know you. You gonna be nice to people.
Yeah. And he was like, nah, though.
He ain't liked her since she got to the top of that wedding aisle. I don't
Yeah.
like, he has not shown her any type of, I feel like,
He ain't
interest.
Yeah, he ain't blushed.
No.
Not one, he didn't
But I
look
wonder
at
if
her
she
wedding.
showed her rump maybe at the wedding and he had her like, I'm gonna just keep a watch, because you can imagine. We said at one of the episodes she was low key a bridezilla.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he probably felt that energy on the wedding.
They
It was
showed
probably
it.
like,
They showed it.
So I bet you he was just like, you know what? I don't really. I'm gonna just watch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she ain't did nothing different to change his mind, and he's just been clocked out this whole time.
He
Whole time.
was like,
Who knew?
I ain't feeling chick.
I could tell he wasn't. I was like, he can't be interested. Not the way that he's like respond. He's not talking to her
At all.
Not.
we
talking.
don't even
But
talk.
I thought it was because he
anymore.
had maybe an undiagnosed.
Yeah. There's. I still think
he's
there's
got
something
something going on.
Yeah.
Like when they were talking to him, you could see the tick.
The
like,
ticks,
Yeah.
He's
She's ticking him off.
Tourette's or
She
Tick.
is.
He does. It's like he's trying to keep himself calm and keep his demeanor, but her mere existence seems to bother him.
Yes.
He's so annoyed.
It's like almost. I don't want to say repulsion, but it's close to
No,
that,
for
where
sure.
he is
Yeah.
just allergic to her. Like even when he went to when
she's
they went to his.
allergicable. She's very allergicable.
When they
Say it
went to, he sound like Amani's daddy.
That's what I was saying.
Half a sip is
I had the same thing.
Sound like Amani's daddy. But no, I was gonna say when they went to Henry's house and they pulled the heart pillow. We were both like, did she even know that he
Yeah.
had heart surgery? Have they even had that conversation?
Because you can't just throw that in.
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
true.
That man clocked out, bro. He'd be like, nah. How
Yeah.
many weeks till decision day?
Yeah.
How about I
Yeah.
decide now? No.
yeah.
I don't like you.
yeah, because she didn't even like react as if. Who knows if she knew or not, or if she cared?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the heart surgery is like so whatever like.
He been saying that impatient thing every chance
Yeah.
he gets.
He has.
Anytime someone demonstrates impatientness, you can tell it's a turnoff for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
For what
yeah.
it's a
That's
turn
what
off
he
for
says.
him.
It is a turn off for me. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if he said it this episode or the teaser for next episode. He said it's a complete turn off for him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why would they put him with a diva? Like
Yeah.
Pastor Cal,
Cal
said,
said it.
She's a bit of a diva. They
Yeah.
know that's a part of, and there are some dudes who like that, who like a little bit of a nasty girl. That ain't Henry.
No, he-
At all.
No, he
No,
wants a
not
sweet,
at all.
There's no
he wants
parts
a
of
sweet,
him.
soft soul.
Yeah.
I
somebody
see what
that's
they
polite.
tried to do.
But they're too far apart.
They're on opposite ends
Actually,
of
it's
the
low
spectrum.
key like Olivia and Brett.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
In theory, these type of people
it's a
might have
balance.
worked.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are like
It's like a puzzle piece, but it's two different puzzles. They
Yeah.
belong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And the
Like,
thing is that his friends are nasty girls, but I
Right.
don't think that's what he is able to maintain in a like romantic relationship.
And
Absolutely.
also, I feel
Again.
like Henry might just enjoy his life as is.
Mm-hmm.
He just was looking for companionship under like, I think he could have taken a lot, but being impatient is a thing he could not
It's such
take.
an-
he attracts
Interesting.
nasty girls,
He does.
and
Yeah.
they become his friends.
Always hope exactly.
Didn't I say that?
Plus, also, Christina is homeless. Plus, also,
Wait a minute, because we
Christina is
wait a minute.
homeless.
That's the only part of the episode
We
we
did.
missed
Was dealing with kids.
going to her house.
Oh.
So what is
They never
They
went to
never
her
went
house.
to her house.
Oh,
So
we
after
didn't
they
miss it.
left,
So
right?
she ain't
Yeah,
got
it
no-
was never shown. This.
She has no luggage to pack
no.
up.
She literally said, "I just have like some of my stuff in my car, and we can just like go pick it up and then take
Or
it."
is she just that nasty where she was like, I'm not letting y'all come to my house.
Nah.
No, I
No,
don't
she
think
don't
there was
have
an
Because
address.
Henry was like, listen. Henry was being petty this episode. They went to him
I
and
like
he
Henry.
said, I thought she told me she lives in the CBD, the Central Business District,
Yeah.
but maybe I just don't remember.
He had his sassy wine.
And like literally was like, maybe I just didn't hear her correctly. I just don't remember. No,
But also, I heard her correctly.
she absolutely said that.
'Cause they went back and
inserted
played it.
the clip.
Y'all wrong for that.
And then she came back and was like, I mean, I just have like a few things in like the back of my car.
So the fact that she likes somebody to always take charge and just make a move, you think she's just used to living with
Maybe
her
she's a
boyfriends
gold
and
digger.
she got
and
kicked
she's
to
a
the
flight
curb?
attendant.
Oh, she's
So
a flight
it could be.
attendant.
It
Oh,
could be
yeah,
either.
she's a
Though.
flight
I thought she said she had some stuff in Dallas. Maybe I heard incorrectly.
I didn't hear her say Dallas,
Oh.
but why would she have anything in her mama is in New Orleans?
I don't
Or is
know.
her mama in Texas?
I don't know where her mom is because I remember
Yeah, I
when
remember
they
she
met
went
up
to her
at the
mom.
beginning of the episode.
'Cause they
but
look
I
the
didn't know
same
where they were.
age.
Yes,
They do. They do.
I just don't know where they were at when they met up.
I want to say New Orleans. It makes no sense for her to have anything in Texas.
Because that'd be a lot.
That's a lot, even as a flight attendant.
Yeah.
Or and if that's the case, Or you're saying she did say I have some stuff in Dallas?
That's what I thought I heard.
Oh, I didn't hear. Y'all let us know. They'll let us know in the comments. She did say that. I didn't hear.
Gosh.
I think the woman's homeless.
Oh no.
I'm thoroughly convinced that she needs this man to fall madly in love with
That
her.
is not going to happen because the preview for
she-
next episode, he was like,
I don't remember
you know
the
what?
previews.
I'm out. He left.
Yes. He walked
Henry
up
was
out
like,
of that
"You know what?
apartment. That's the fool.
In the sea. Hey.
I didn't know Henry left. Apparently, I
I
missed.
always
I missed
watch
that.
the preview for the
I did
next
too. I
episode.
missed
It was
though.
the teaser for the next
It was
episode.
or the teaser. Henry
missed
was
that
like, they had him going, and it looked like not long after where they were.
like
when
after
they're
Pastor
filming.
Cal
Because
left.
she starts really pushing his buttons. She's like, make a move, Henry. Make a move.
Oh, I did see that
And
part.
he was like, I will make a move
Yeah.
to my own
watch
address.
watch this move right here.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah. He's slowly like showing the rest of his personality. And I think that his reservedness was trying to be polite
Yeah.
and trying to see if it could work.
Yeah,
But
he's like, I'm gonna not say anything to keep from being rude.
yep. And she, like, great writing and characters, that other character's not allowing you to do that.
Uh-huh.
So now your reservedness is like, okay, you are just not going to stop. So I don't want to be rude. So I'll
I'm
just remove
finna come
myself.
out of character.
Right.
Right.
What a change. Okay. Who knew? I just knew.
I thought it would be her for sure.
That Henry was reserved as a matter of like that. Well, obviously it is this character, but like, what are you trying to say, Melissa? He was long suffering.
Nah.
That's what I thought. So I thought through the end of the 8 weeks, and then at the end, he was going to be like, girl, no, this was
Yeah.
never going to work.
Yeah.
But the fact that we are, a week in,
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
weeks in, and he's like, let me tell you what you
Yeah,
ain't finna
boy.
do.
And now maybe that makes sense why, based off of what you said, you're a speculation of her being homeless, of why she hasn't dipped. She like, I
She ain't got no place to go.
Yeah.
Y'all got
The whole time she knew that. The whole
time.
She knew that, like, walking down the aisle, like, that's who I got. That's going to be my next.
That's why she trying to make that man make a move.
Make a move.
Nobody
I
want to
thought
move
of
on
you.
her.
Child, I'm ready for this story to unfold.
Wow,
I am
wow.
ready for it to unfold. Okay, anything else on who we just say? Christina and Henry.
Nah, that's it.
So Karen and Miles.
Listen, I know I be jumping in first a lot.
It's okay.
I want to say this thing that I had not thought about till Pastor Cal said it.
What'd he say?
The whole time of their relationship has been Miles trying to take care of her, make sure she's comfortable. And when he asked him, what about you? I was like, you also are in a
yeah.
relationship.
Oh, I've been thinking that.
Yeah.
And there's only so much, and when he said, as long as she's good, I'm good, he was like, that ain't true.
That's
What if you
not-
ain't getting no sex? He was like, well, I'm not good. And then he was like, she was like, well, you make sure your stuff is met. There's been no room to worry about him.
Exactly.
Right.
It's been
Yeah.
all
Her.
coddle her, make sure she's comfortable and safe. I don't think he's gotten anything that he's wanted
Other
out of this
than
relationship.
That she looks good. That he has
Other
a
than
very
that.
pretty person beside him.
Other than that,
I felt like when she did this to his countertops,
Yes.
that was such
I didn't
a
even see that.
representation.
I
of
thought
how
it was very
she's-
condescending.
But I thought it was a representation of how she's treated him. To see something that
Ooh.
looks cool, that looks clean, and then just to be looking for the smallest thing to be able to say,
What a good analogy.
this ain't right. When she did it, I said, this is why I don't be kicking it with Karen. I was like, because she's
I don't-
really
with
nitpicking.
you, that's what
Right. And
Self-edited.
I again, I'm so glad whoever sent me the unfiltered, because it has helped me understand some of these people better. I now see she is a bit of a shy person, so some of her reservedness that I thought was her being a B is a little bit of her being shy. But I do feel as though like she is just making him work way
Too
harder
hard. I agree with
She-
that.
than
So
what she
what-
needs to.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tank.
I was going to say, she is simply not attracted to him. She's, at this point, she's not attracted to him. I feel like she's making some type of effort, whether the effort is valid, like a real effort or not.
Yeah.
She's trying to be attracted to him a little bit, but she's simply not.
And
And
I
part of
also
it had
think-
to do with her knowing about him before she met
Yeah,
him.
that's
And her old relationship where she got hurt.
Yeah.
She's trying to protect herself from that hurt so much that she's not even giving this relationship
Don't
a
say
chance.
too much, because otherwise we'll be defending her too much. Okay?
Well, no, this is Well, this is the thing
I needed her to say that because I was like, "What is it?"
But I call a little bit of that BS. Then why?
Why?
Why sign up for Married at First
Because
Sight?
she want love again.
She was
But you don't pretend from you like if you nervous about getting into a relationship,
Then
you don't jump into a marriage.
Right.
fair.
The other thing,
That's a fantastic point.
the other
I don't know
layer-
about love. Marry me,
Right.
and I don't know nothing about you. This is the way.
Yeah, definitely not smart. The other thing that I think is a underlying dynamic that I saw a lot in this episode in particular is she very much takes on a motherly role and tone with him. Even that's why I thought. I mean, I loved your analogy, but when she did that to me, it was very motherly, going to check on your dorm. Like, let me see if you cleaning up after yourself. Let me judge your shoes. It was very, I'm the oldest. I'm the more mature one, even though her apartment wasn't even all that. But I felt like the attitude and tone that she took on was very motherly. And I think that's probably adding to her unattractiveness. I think when you're talking about that wall, in addition to all that other stuff, this age difference bothers her. Like, she's looking for those things and compounding a narrative and a storyline as to why all of these things make it so that this won't work. Go ahead.
I love you. I want to say this too.
Okay.
Because this is what broke my heart for him. When he was saying, what does it make you feel when he kisses you and stuff? She was like, I actually hate it.
She did.
Yes,
I don't want it. It's
I
don't. And he was just like, what can I do?
Right.
What can I do? He cannot do nothing right, and he ain't even being overly aggressive with it.
His own
but you know, to have
family-
somebody walk
his
behind
own
you and
family
touch
set
you,
him up for failure.
They did.
Because they were talking about he's messy, he's dirty,
That's
he's
what I
a pig, he's a slob. So she's like,
She did have that.
and she walked in there like, all right, well, let's check. Because he was like, nah, I'm real clean. He ain't never been in my house. Let me check and see. And it's just like, first of all, his daddy's a hater.
His
His daddy is an all-out hater.
Bruh. I
His
mean, you don't have to lie about him, but dog,
Like,
at
hype your
least
son
dress him
up. Be like, hey, son, by the way, I told her you be messy sometimes.
Yeah.
Or don't even say that.
Yeah.
Hey, make sure you clean your spot because you know
That's
it be
what you
messy.
say.
Yeah.
He
Don't
was
be
like, let me
just
let
straight
you
up
know
hating on him.
he doesn't wipe his butt.
Yeah.
We caught him at 28. Doo-doo streaks.
Yeah.
But then it also sheds some light on his mom stepping in. It's like, well, if you can't treat him right, you bring him on back. His mom's probably been a bit of an obstacle in his past relationships.
Oh
too.
yeah.
It's like,
She could have been.
They're gonna be tough, man. She holding on to that old stuff.
What I will say
What?
is, other than Amani and Woody, they physically touch each other more than any of the other couples.
That's
Well,
all
I think
him
Miles
though.
is doing it. He's
It's all
trying to
one-way
find
street.
a way to
Yeah,
get
but
her.
she ain't shying away from him. He's massaging the temples and doing this and doing that. Like, even as much as we
I thought
like,
that was nice
as
too.
much as we like Bennett and Amelia, it's like they just like each other and hey, they ain't
In the
physically
next
touching each other.
episode, actually, I did, because I saw this preview. I didn't see the other one. I need to go back. But in the preview, it looked like they were having like a friend together.
Oh yes.
And she was like sitting on his lap.
Yeah,
And then she gives him a
he
kiss.
is too
Yeah.
goddamn nice.
He
All
is.
right,
Miles?
he's too
Yes.
goddamn nice.
he
Look,
couldn't be-
he
he
should have
couldn't be
snapped
mean.
when he saw the footage of her saying, I saw him and I'm crying, and he's just like, well, I could understand. Get mad.
And unfiltered. They showed
I think I
him
did see that
seeing.
episode.
is that the unfiltered?
Yes.
Oh.
They
Get mad,
showed him
Miles.
seeing her saying he's emotional. He was crying all up in his stories, and he was like, I can understand how she could feel that way.
Like, don't
did
defend
watch
her in
And
that, man.
I
Get
feel
mad
like
at her.
he's always trying to come up with the right thing to say.
Yes.
Because he wants her. He don't want her to be mad at him.
And not just
Yes.
that, he wants to look good.
Yes.
He's like, it's almost like a church boy, like.
I know that. I
Yeah.
be that. I
Okay,
do that.
Can I admit
Miles.
one thing?
Please.
What?
That we know someone who knows Miles in real life. He is like that in real life.
I can believe it.
He is
Nurturing
that
and-
nice, just like nice.
Yeah,
and
I can
like
believe it.
accommodating. But I think, and even they actually dated. I ain't gonna say a name, but they actually
Say
dated. And she said he was too nice for me, and I belong to the streets.
I belong to the streets.
Everybody don't want Russell Wilson. Some people want Future.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going on, maybe a little bit.
we all
with
agree,
A
yeah.
lot bit.
Karen.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is that's what's going on. And
That's why that man cheated on you. We had a baby.
Well, because a lot of women like that kind of like reformed thug
Yeah.
type of situation.
Yeah.
Like, don't be so nice, like treat me right, but also like don't
Have some
always treat
edge.
me right.
Yeah.
Like be a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Right.
People like that kind of like reform.
Like catch
thug.
yourself right before you call me out of your name.
Right.
And he ain't never
Don't
gonna
smack
do
me,
that.
but grab me.
Yeah.
Grab me aggressively.
Grab the tight, hold me. She did also address. Listen, because I was like, I'm gonna look this up. She did address because she was getting dragged for saying that him having
Mental illness?
Mental illness.
clinical
Yeah.
depression.
It's
She
like
was like,
lack
I
of
wanted
masculinity or
I wanted a
something.
manly man,
Yeah.
and da 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 da. So she did, like, I guess she either said a statement or typed a statement. I read it, and what was funny to me is that she basically recanted everything she said, but didn't address that she had said it or like why she said it. She was like, mental illness has nothing to do, or depression has nothing to do with manliness. It's actually the exact opposite, yada yada yada. And I was waiting for her to say, and the reason I had said those, never, she didn't address it. She was just like, nope.
She got the iOS press release.
Yes. And so I know she realizes that was out of pocket, but I do think that she just doesn't want to give him a chance.
I don't think she does either.
I agree.
She
Yeah.
just doesn't
I
want
feel like
give
she
him.
decided he ain't right for her, and
Long before they met.
Long before they met, seeing him ahead of time confirmed it, and then everything else is just continuing to
Because
confirm.
otherwise,
that.
everything would have been a surprise. Like she would have
Right.
just seen this nice dude.
Right.
Yeah.
He's really sweet. He's just trying to take care of me. Oh, maybe I think he's a little soft, but I don't know. He ain't aggressive.
Right.
But then she saw, oh, he cries a lot.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate because
Or whatever she saw.
in the long run, the Russell Wilsons of the world are the ones that make the best husbands.
But some people still be like, he corny.
It's true though.
Yeah, I've
No
had
matter
Some people
what he
don't know
does.
him personally,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, I don't know.
I mean, from perspective or
Yeah.
perception,
Yeah.
you know, you see a future, you see a Russell Wilson, and you're like, good for you, CC. Like, good
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Sierra was with Future.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point that I'm making.
Okay.
But not
Why we
the
using
person
them
that
two
we
as-
know,
The person.
because
still wants a
Russell Wilson
future.
is Miles.
because Russell
Yeah.
Wilson
is he
Miles.
at? Is he at?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like
Is
this,
he?
like
I have
so
no
sweet.
idea.
Literally.
Takes care
He's a
of
football
Future's
player.
children as if he was the reason they were here.
I mean, if you dating a chick, she got it, and you
they
like her.
married.
When they were dating, if she's got a child, you're not
Yeah.
gonna shun. They're like, get out of here, little punk.
No,
you ain't my
some
child.
dudes is trash.
Some
Some
dudes is
dudes,
trash,
but they ain't looking to get married.
or they have a hard time making that connection to a child that's not their own biologically,
Right.
Especially when the daddy is Future. Like
Yeah.
I could understand that he embraced this whole role as stepdad.
Yes.
I've been cool
mean,
with all my ex-girlfriend's kids.
Don't make me slap you with this bottle. He's so stupid. He's so dumb. The fact that I feel like Karen hasn't been able to pinpoint something specific
Very-
that
yeah.
really makes her say this is not my, like, she says the age, but we all know like
She'd
the
be more
gap
like
the gap
like-
is not that severe.
She'd
where
be more
that's
like
not-
him.
And he don't be
just say
acting
it.
super immature.
No.
Right, he
No.
doesn't. So like the fact that she can't really pinpoint just lets me know she's just
I just don't like you, okay?
Right, she's not attracted to him. I think it's all physical.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's physically not attracted to him.
Y'all see it my way. I've been saying it. For
You
7
have been
weeks.
You
saying
have.
Yeah.
It doesn't excuse her behavior.
Why you making up excuse?
No,
She don't
no,
like him.
no. But the fact that she's not saying it is what's irritating
She
me.
need
The
to
fact,
Henry up and just say
no,
it.
the fact that she's letting this man throw himself
He is.
through
Yeah.
over and over, and she just doesn't say, "I'm not I don't think I'll ever be physically attracted to you, and that's the reason why I don't like you touching me."
She's getting there though. She seems to be getting there. Like this past episode, they just seem to be touching a lot. Like she was had her hands all over his chest and stuff.
I hope that it lasts.
She
we
wasn't
don't know the
pulling away, is what-
context
Yeah,
of it,
yeah.
but I hope that whatever happened in the scene, that it was her honest effort to like, girl, get it together.
Yeah.
Like you only got 8 weeks, like get it together.
Right.
And I hope that that's able to sustain through the rest of the time. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can have a day, you can have a moment,
Right.
Yeah.
but if it's not sustained,
Yeah.
it ain't sustained.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else on Karen and Miles?
No, bless their hearts.
Bless
I got
the
nothing.
whole heart of
Yeah.
Miles.
Bless
All right, let's go to my favorite couple. Okay, Amelia and Bennett. And the reason why I wanted to go to them last, I'm just going to get my words out quickly, is because we've all been reading The Big Leap. I'm going to go a little deep a little bit, and then I'm going to come back. And one of the things that he talks about we talked about this actually in the car on the way to the comedy show yesterday, but the upper limit, when I first understood the book and the way Kevin was explaining it to me, was all about talents. But he talks about it also in terms of love, and we all have an upper limit in terms of love, and we can sabotage our relationships once we feel like we've reached that capacity, and it's like, oh, you kind of love me too much, and that's uncomfortable for me, so let me sabotage this. The thing that I love about Amelia and Bennett is that they are all in all the time.
Oh yeah.
When they got off the plane and they were in the house and they were giddy like Christmas, and you are a 5-year-old girl, so excited, and they are just laughing and touching each other and singing songs and let's do this and let's do that. I literally said out loud, y'all are children.
Yeah, they are.
In a best way.
But in the best way.
Yeah.
To be that excited and not hold back because it's vulnerable to be that excited.
Yeah.
It's a vulnerable experience to be that happy. Like, you could break my heart. I could break your heart. We can leave from here completely devastated.
Yeah. Right.
And that doesn't matter, because in this moment, I am so overjoyed and excited that we've been on this whirlwind experience where I decided to do this spontaneous thing. We were whisked away to Mexico. We had a fantastic time. I feel these deep feelings for you, and now we're moving in together. This is fantastic. And they're like really showing that. I was just like, I love you guys. Just make it.
Just make it.
What I missed from two things. One is something new that everybody else already knew. I'd missed his house the first time around.
Oh, the
I
tiny
did not
house.
know
That's
this
'cause
boy
it's
lived in a
that
chicken
big.
coop.
That's what he said. I said, Bennett lives in a chicken coop.
It's that
But
big.
the homemade
He's so
house that
proud
he
of it,
made
though.
himself.
He made it.
Look, I've been in construction for a really long time. Worked for a general contractor. I'm not mad at the construction. I'm like, all right, he made the space work. I'm like, okay. I just not know he lived in a half a studio. Like,
He live in here.
I saw the
smaller.
little building. I said, that's a large doghouse. But when they woke up out of that bed, she had on the pajamas of an animal
She did.
that looked like beat him up in his sleep. Could
The
you
way
see that
his
shirt?
his shirt was so holy.
I
The
I didn't
neck,
see it.
the neck was
Oh
down
my
here.
God! His blue shirt had holes all through it. It looked like she had attacked him in the middle of the night and
hilarious.
tore him
I missed
apart.
it.
I
Like, they
missed the
held
shirt,
that
but I
shirt
remember
out the
the
plane
thing.
on the ride home. Like, that shirt, I was like, look at these people. I mean, it wasn't a shirt anymore. It was a hula hoop
missed it.
neck, a little
Oh,
bit
I'm
of
telling
fabric.
you gotta go back to see the image because it's just like, what in the
Yeah,
world?
and she had on Arctic proof pajamas.
Yeah, they look so hot.
They
look so
they
hot.
look like kids.
Oh, hot.
With that, it looked
Yes,
like a
with the-
character
Oh, I remember
from,
that. Yeah.
from Pokemon.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it was. That's
Oh,
exactly
oh,
what it was.
okay.
Because I kept saying I couldn't see what the hood was, and I was like, "Is that Charmander?" And then when it pulled down, I was
That's how
like,
you
"No,
know we got kids.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
how you know we got kids into all that mess." But I love that. Obviously, I knew this was gonna happen. I love that she loved his space.
Me?
They love everything about each other. She took a dig at him though.
No, what she said?
She was like, I live in a mansion.
I didn't think that
Oh,
was a
I
dig.
didn't either. I thought it was
said that-
descriptive.
Oh, y'all just love her so
No.
much. You
I
don't
thought
do
it was
nothing
more
wrong.
descriptive.
She
She can't
She
do
was
nothing
saying
wrong.
our lives are
and-
opposite.
No,
and
no,
Karen
no.
can't do nothing right.
No, you
Yep.
said that you thought it was a dig, and I said no. She was saying we live so opposite. I live in a mansion with a bunch of people, and you live in a tiny space by yourself.
Right. I thought it was very
Oh no, I
descriptive
said
as well.
I thought she was looking at it on an equal level. It's like I may live in a large space, but it's a whole lot of people where you live small by yourself,
yourself.
and it's like an equal amount of space.
I'm gonna
That's
tell
how
you
was
what
looking at
I
it.
love. I love that she loved his space because after seeing Olivia and Brett, where he literally had a nice sized house. I mean, it wasn't huge, but it was a really nice sized
was
house.
solid.
Yeah, it was a solid house, and she was just in there like,
Broke
Oh.
boy, I don't
well, I
know
mean, it's not
you.
decorated.
Right. She was like, it's not decorated.
Yeah.
I was like,
Girl, but he owns this.
Girl.
First of all, it's a man.
Easy to
It's
let me
not a
down.
lot of men that's gonna fully decorate.
I thought that too, and that's aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
can go in there and like change the stuff and buy
It's
new
not
furniture.
that
girl.
hard.
It's not that difficult.
House.
I
Like-
love that Amelia loved the hat that Bennett wanted to wear.
I
Of
did
course
She
too.
you
said,
did.
"Oh my gosh, had you worn that, my heart."
I love your style. I just think you have great style.
They are
They
Genuinely
literally
happy in
They
each other's
literally
presence.
cannot dislike anything about the other person.
No.
It
And I
could've been
love that they-
He could have picked up a person like I was gonna wear this on my head. She, I would have.
He was wearing a Jabberwocky mask on the back of his head.
I didn't understand it. I rewound that part 3 times because I was like,
"You never will."
What is the word? What is the reason?
Right.
What was the reason?
What was the reason?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just adore this couple. I really do. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just
and then her house
absolutely
was
adore this
like,
couple.
I don't know what was going on.
She was,
Child, she
on
was
the
in a
floor.
college dorm.
Yeah, sleeping on
She
the
was in
floor.
them sorority houses.
She was in a sorority house. She really was. I was the girl.
I like when they kept asking about the move, and Bennett,
I
was
thought
like-
he shut that down so good.
he was like, even the children thing, he was like, and that's kind of how you approach marriage. He said, at first I thought adoption only, but after talking to her and seeing how important that it was, I can now see the value, and I've changed my mind on this. And they asked about the moving thing, and he was like, you know, I have a lot of stuff here, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Which isn't like I'm not for sure gonna do it, or I'm for sure gonna do whatever she wants, but he's not milesing it, which is whatever she wants to do, I'll do.
Right.
But he's also not breading it and be like, I'm not gonna do nothing, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna do my
Right.
thing. He's like, when that happens, we will make a decision.
Now I was a little like in the episode towards that exact same section. He was like, I'm not sure what's more of a priority in my life right now. And he was talking about the theater company versus
Hold
his
on.
wife.
Where did
Yeah.
the theater company come from?
That's the thing where you saw him.
Oh, that's
telling,
right. He said he's a.
Yeah.
He's, that's one of
Marcus
his
said
19
a theater
careers.
company. What?
was
And
like,
I was just like, wait a
between
minute.
landscaping,
You don't.
Yes.
helping.
what
Landscaping
he-
job is not real.
Oh no. But when he said that, I was like, wait. Your wife is, you don't know if your wife is more of the priority. Like that part was the only thing that I was just like, Bennett, the theater company ain't going nowhere. You can
It is if he got to move.
The theater company.
The theater
He built
company-
it in New Orleans with
and
his
he
people.
can still keep running, and he can come fly in.
Well, you know he ain't finna do that. He got to watch the kids because she gonna be
But
making
I
the money.
also think that because Bennett isn't impulsive, he probably just needs time to think through.
Yeah.
If I decide to move, what happens with my theater company?
Yeah.
Do
Right.
I still run it? Do I want to sell
Yeah.
it? Like, what are my options? And I thought it was really noble of him to kind of shut it down because it becomes an argument
Yep.
that's not even relevant.
Not
right
even
now.
necessary yet.
It's not a necessary.
So why?
He hasn't like just fully answered the question. It's like, let me ponder on that.
Right.
for a
Yeah.
And
minute.
I appreciate it though that he I think you were saying that he didn't Bennett it or I mean not Bennett, Brett
Brett
it
or
or
Miles
Miles it. That he stood its ground. It was refreshing for me because it meant that he wasn't just giving in to all of her needs.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything that she wanted. So I actually appreciated that he was like, I don't know yet. Like
Right.
it is important. I have family here. I have this here. I have whatever. And like this is home for me. I thought that was like really good.
And I think
moment.
because he is an actor and a director, he can see them trying to create this conflict.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's like
miles away.
He's like, I'm not going to do. I'm going to keep like pushing that out, y'all.
Because
are
they
not
don't
about
have
to-
any other conflict.
Right.
This
They
is
really
literally
don't.
the only
They
thing they
literally don't
have
have
is
a
the
single-
move thing. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
The children thing, he was like, I
Yeah,
can
the fact
change.
that Dr. Cal couldn't like find a, I'm like, all right, this boy is good.
He was like, that's amazing.
yeah, he's good.
I love
He's
Pastor
good.
Cal.
He's good.
Pastor Cal's one
He
of
was
my
in his
faves.
bag this episode.
He was. I thought he did such a phenomenal job.
Yeah, he did.
Having these conversations with them. The one last thing that I was gonna say is, child, Amelia was the homecoming queen.
Yes,
I
she
thought that
was.
she went to
In every
weirdhighschool.com though.
I'm like, I'm not surprised at that.
I actually could see her. She's so likable.
Sometimes it'd be like, oh, the weird kid.
Well,
Let's make them the homecoming
yes,
queen so we can be
but
like,
I
ah,
also think
weird
she's
girl.
probably just literally that bubbly.
I think she
and
could be likable by
just
everybody.
a complete ray of sunshine.
Yeah, you were prom queen, remember? Everybody loved you.
That means
I
nothing
tied.
in this moment.
Everybody didn't love me.
The point is that I absolutely love
I don't
that.
understand this.
Tell us.
People voted for Melissa straight up.
How are
and
we
they
here
tied me
again?
and John Christopherson. We was together. They was like, love list.
No, okay.
Enough
I don't know
people
how
were
I
like,
I was the weirdo that people were like, we're gonna give
you
it to
were
her.
not weird. Stop it.
You were popular.
I wasn't popular.
You was a
How
mean-
you win prom queen if you ain't popular?
That's the conundrum. Somebody solve it.
all those people,
Everybody.
Did not go to a huge high school.
a majority of those
Big
people.
leap.
I don't care if it was 15
We went to a
people.
pretty sizable high school.
Most
though.
That's
of
why you
voted
don't have a
you.
Joshy camp.
She's like, this is why.
Melissa, you come off as one of those mean,
I
popular
am
girls too.
I wasn't popular. That's
Yeah,
just
you
not
was.
true.
Everybody.
What
That's
prom
not
queen
true.
wins that ain't popular?
That I was
This
not.
ain't no Freddie Prince movie.
No.
What
This
were
is
you like in
this
high
is
school
an
then?
objective truth. I was not popular
How can you be
Lie
prom queen
again.
and not be popular?
because how was Amelia homecoming
She was
queen?
We just said she's popular and likable.
We
Yeah,
did
she's one of those people.
I
You
didn't
would,
agree.
Oh, she was in all the. She's like, I didn't agree with that. No.
she was one of those people that
I never agreed.
She was one of those
Everybody
people that everybody was like, she's weird, but she's cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Like she was in all of the sports, so she knew a lot of athletes.
She did.
She was pop. Were you in a lot of
No
activities? You just ran track.
I literally that's
You just
it.
showed up just being
You
mean.
was
and
in
people,
the
and
gospel
people,
choir. You ran track.
I forgot about those. That's just two things.
what
Were
else
you
is
very
there?
smart?
No.
Yes, you
Yeah,
were.
you are. You're an
honors.
engineer.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. That's the combination.
Actually, it makes sense. She's not creative.
That's why I wasn't in other things. I sang in the gospel choir. I don't even know why I did that because I can't sing. But I ran track. I was good at track. I will admit that. Okay, I will.
No, you have the trifecta. You were honors. You did something artsy. You did something athletic. That's it. There's nothing else to cross off.
That's what I'm saying. There wasn't a whole bunch of other stuff to do.
I mean,
Melissa,
were you
you
on
were
student council at all?
No.
Like in
Melissa
leadership?
was today years old when she realized she was popular.
I
in high
wasn't
school.
popular.
You think? Why would you think? I wouldn't think Melissa would have been a mean popular girl.
I'm
I
not
do.
mean at all.
You very mean.
You just said you were mean.
I was just trying to answer the right way to not be popular.
She's like, yep, mean.
Whatever I can do to disagree with Marcus.
Right.
No, I literally, whatever I thought was the right answer for you guys to go down the like not popular route, that was my
Everybody
answer.
loved Melissa.
I can believe it.
That's
Yeah,
how
I
I
believe
got to her. I had all these other homegirls in her classes.
That's
that was
because
like,
people knew you. I was popular
Go
by I was popular adjacent.
No.
I was popular adjacent.
Because why would they want
Why
us
are
to
we
be
talking
together
about
if
this
you weren't
right now?
popular?
I was popular adjacent.
Mukbang.
Yeah, we're done here.
All right, bye. I've been checking my watch because that doggone crab
smells
is in
good.
my nose.
Okay,
and I timed my hungry perfectly to be starving by the time this
I
food
don't
came.
understand how you time you're hungry, but we're done here. Anything you want to add to Amelia and Bennett outside of I love them? If
They're
no
gonna
one
have
can
musty
tell.
sex, I bet.
Musky, is that what you
Yeah,
said?
they'd be
Yeah.
like henna deodorant type
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, they're definitely a hint.
Not even him.
Also, Pastor Cal, come be a guest.
Yeah,
Come on,
Pastor Cal, get over here.
We'll clean it up
Black
for you.
Lives
I'm about
Matter.
to reach. I want Dr. Cal. Actually, we need all three of them. Pastor Cal, Dr. Viviana,
Pepper Schwartz, we went to your school, so you
and
should
Pepper
come.
Schwartz. You did. You were in her class.
You went to her school, though.
Right. Okay, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching.
Mukbang on Angel's channel.
And Mukbang
When's
on
that going
Angels-
up?
When's that?
I don't know.
Don't be having it for 8 years either.
It's not going to be for 8 years, but there's a situation.
Gotta work through some small things. We'll talk about
But
it.
it's
Okay.
going to come up. It's
Okay.
going to come
All
up.
right,
It's coming
bye.
soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.